Hello, it's Debbie with Mika's Corner. I'm glad that you could make it here. It's about 1:30 in the morning. I can't sleep, which I have a lot of problems at night sleeping. The reason I'm making this video is because I want to share my experience and what I go through myself living with essential tremors. And essential tremors has changed my whole life. It started off in my younger years, somewhere around in my later 30s. It has gradually gotten worse, as tremors do as you get older. It started out in my hands, mostly my left side, then onto the right, but not as bad. It has affected my legs, my lower torso, around my lower back and my hips. My jaw will get to shaking here, my chin will shake, my voice also shakes, and you can hear the tremors in my voice at times. I actually kind of want to know if there's any of you that are experiencing the tremors or going through it, and what you do to live with it or cope with it. Are there certain things that you have done, or you take treatment or anything like that to help you in any way? I know that stress and being nervous and anxious or upset does cause it to be worse. So I try to keep myself calm. I have been practicing on taking deep breaths, relaxing, and just not letting myself get involved in too much everyday drama, other people's problems. It's a struggle. It really is. It has changed my life, and I'm sure other people out there who have this problem. It's difficult, and you have to learn different ways to deal with it. Now, my tremors are actually so bad and getting worse that I do have a cane, and I use it for a short distance, but I do lose my balance sometimes. So I do have a walker as well. Like if I'm going to be walking very far, I do use my walker. But there's other problems that go along with the tremors. You have severe fatigue, brain fog. Sometimes I forget what I'm talking about, and sometimes I can't think of a word that I'm trying to put into the sentence or the discussion of what I'm talking about. It's frustrating, it's embarrassing. I don't like to be out in public because people stare at you and they wonder, what's wrong. It's just people's way. I know they don't mean to be rude or anything, but for me, myself, it does bother me. I'm embarrassed by it. So, another thing that I have had to learn to do is I can't always eat with a fork anymore because the food will just fall off of my fork because of my shaking. Most of the time I use a spoon, and I do have to use a shower chair when I take a shower. I have to have help getting in and out of the shower, and sometimes helping me to dry. I have a caregiver, a person that does cooking and cleaning and preparing my meals. I can't stand at the stove or the sink. I can't. It causes me a lot of pain, but I'm too shaky to be cooking at the stove. Now, I've always loved to cook. I love to cook, and I used to make great big meals for big family get-togethers and stuff like that. I can't do that anymore. But my caregiver does. She makes wonderful meals. She prepares meals. She cleans my house, and when it's my shower days, she helps me with my shower. You know, I say I'm only 67 years old, but yet 67 years old is actually kind of getting up there. And I know there's a lot of, excuse me, my nose itches. I know there's a lot of other older people than I am, and they don't have this problem, and they get around so much better and stuff, and each person is different, and things are different for each individual. I get help sometimes getting dressed if I'm shaken too bad. My legs move around a lot, especially at night. It's kind of like a restless leg syndrome. And like I said, my balance is off. So I use my cane or my walker. I have a care provider, like I've told you. She goes with me to doctor's appointments or takes me shopping, and then I use one of the little carts to ride around in, and she has a basket that she puts my groceries in, stuff to help me out. I do have a couple of different medications that I take that helps. It doesn't get rid of it. Nothing will ever get rid of it. And it gets worse. There is no cure for it. There are a couple different methods that they can do that will, it's supposed to help you be more relaxed and not have the shakes so bad. But to me, it's scary. One of them is they put a little slice in your brain, and they go down with a wire, and they put it in the area where the cause of the problem is. They wire it in there, and then it goes to a battery pack in your chest, kind of like a pacemaker type thing. And it sends, I don't know, some kind of shock waves or something like that to the brain where there's complications. It's a disease of the brain, but it doesn't make it go away. It doesn't prevent it from getting worse. It slows it down, but I don't want to go that route. I really don't. And then they have another one that's like an ultrasound. They put this special helmet on your head, and you're fit in real tight, and then you go in this like a big like a scanning machine, the big tube, and you lay still. They put you under there, and it's a ultrasound. It's sound waves that will go directly to where the damage is. They have it pinpointed out, and it's some kind of vibration that does something to that area that's supposed to help. And I'm probably not explaining that right, but I don't want to go through that either. There is side effects to both of those treatments. I try to get by day by day, doing what I do and how I get by. One of the medications that I take is propranolol, and it helps me quite a bit, because I notice if I forget to take my propranolol, I can feel the tremors and the shaking a lot more than if I would have taken it. And then I have anxiety medicine. The other thing is, when they did my brain scan, they said that there was some gray areas in a few spots in my brain, but that it comes with age. But I think they tell everybody that who's having this kind of thing. And maybe, of course, I know when we get older our brain changes. But it can also cause brain fog, forgetfulness, uh, sometimes getting lost in a sentence or forgetting what you're even talking about or what you went into the other room for. It's kind of changes into like a dementia. So, tremors have caused me to become depressed, which I've already always been somewhat depressed. I take a depression medication, which it helps me, but I didn't really realize that until even in my late 50s how much the tremors have changed my life, the way that I live, and how I think. Of course, uh, I'm confused about how to deal with it sometimes. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but anyway, stress makes it worse. I work on staying calm. Like I said, taking deep breaths and taking my medication. Tremors are genetic. If someone in the family has had tremors, it can carry on down through the family. But it doesn't always have to be genetic, but it most usually is. I don't like to go outside. I don't like to be in crowds. I like to stay home. Um, Once or twice a month, I'll go into town because I live in kind of like out in the country. I'll go into town with my caregiver and I'll go shopping with her, but by the time I get home, I'm completely wore out. I have to come in and lay down and I'm just drained. It just drains you. It's hard on you, and I know they say that my doctor has told me she wants me to get a set of those weighted silverware. It supposedly helps you not shake so bad if you have something that has a weight to it for some reason. So I guess I'm gonna try to get some of those and try it and see if it helps any. But anyway, if you ever have a chance to look it up on YouTube, you can search it or Google, whichever you prefer. It will explain to you all the complications, how it affects different people, how it affects differently of what people go through. It's not pleasant. It's it changes your life. And like I say before, I have been alone for many years, but now that I have my tremors so bad, I don't even consider or want to think about being with a partner. I don't want anybody to have to go through watching me be in this, and it's a disability state of uh, confusion that I get into sometimes, and it frustrates me. So I will sometimes get a little bit crabby or snappy, and I don't mean to. So anyway, what I would like is for somebody out there, if you have these kind of problems, would you please share with me in the comments. Let me know what you do or how you deal with it. What are the things that will help you that might help me, that I could learn something from you. And I appreciate you watching my video right now. And I hope to see you back again. I hope to hear from you. And like I always say in all my videos, I love you all. And be kind to one another. We never know if there's a tomorrow. I know. I've been been through this part of my life so many times, and it hurts so bad. Love one another, be kind, say good things, do something nice for somebody, share the love, share a smile. It means a lot more to people than what you realize. So I'm going to say goodbye for now. Thank you for watching my video. I hope to see you again. And I say take care. And I will see you in the next one. I hope you enjoyed or got some information that helped in any way from my video. Please let me know. If you like and subscribe, it doesn't cost anything. It's free. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.